I want to make this video today about how we need to set our priorities straight in life. You know, so many times we think that, when you're young, you have your career going, you're ready to settle down, you want to have a family. But in my opinion, I think um, wife, family, that all comes later. I'm telling also this message is also for myself because so many times you can get discouraged when you see your other, coworkers and friends, and they have their own family, they have their own wife, they have their own kids and stuff like that, and you also want the same thing, right? But what I would suggest is to get your priorities straight in life. So, in other words, whatever your goals are, let's say, for example, your goal is you want to become a medical doctor, right? Now, that's going to take you time, right? It's going to take you years to become a medical doctor. You have to go 4 years of college, 4 years of med school. Then you also have to do a couple years of residency before you become a doctor. And then if you want to specialize in something, it's going to take more years. Now, most people are not willing to pay that price, right? So what they do is they basically settle. And my message is for guys is that when you have your finances in order, um, you have your money in order, you get the best of the best. You get girls who are tens and nines. You know what I mean? And not necessarily because of the money, but because of the fact that you took care of business. Because one thing about a woman is a woman likes to be taken care of. She wants a man who will be able to provide for her, right? So that's the way that's the way they are, right? So what I want to do is just messages just to let guys know to always have the long term. Always think long term in life. Basically, don't think short term. Short term is yes, short term may be fun at the moment. It may be a great feeling. You get that girl, but you're not really into her. But hey, she'll do, right? Or you get that car that's not really your dream ideal car, but hey, he'll do. Or you get that place, that house that's not really your dream house, but hey, he'll do. If you can just be patient and just delay gratification, you realize that the later part of your years will be far, far, far more rewarding than your younger year. So my message to guys is to, learn to be patient, learn to delay gratification. Because in life, it's everything is a trade-off. You cannot have everything all at once. All right. So I always believe that you should, you know, do everything you can to hustle to make money while you're young, so that way when you're in your late 30s, early 40s, you can basically um, live off of the fruits of your labor, right? Because you pay the price. I was listening to a guy named Grant Cardone, and one of the things he said was that from the time he was like in his early 30s to like in his to I think like mid 50s or something like that, he never took any vacation. All he did was work, work, and work. Right? He paid the price. And that's what I'm trying to tell guys is that you got to be willing to pay the price for greatness. There's no shortcut. There's no shortcut in life. You got to be willing to pay the price in everything you do, right? So I always tell guys to always think long term, right? Because short term thinking really doesn't get you far in life, right? So, and it's really hard because there's just so much temptations, right? Because you see everybody else living their life and doing things, right? And you also want to do the same thing. But this is the price of greatness. To be great, you got to be willing to sacrifice. Sacrifice today for a better tomorrow. And too many times I see guys working at a job that they really don't like, and then they get into a relationship, right, with a woman they're not really physically attracted to, but hey, she was the first one to be nice to you, she was the first one to talk to you, so hey, you just go with it. And then, years later, they knocked up the chick, and there was no really physical attraction there in the first place. Now they have to be, pay child support and all this other mess. So sometimes in life you got to be alone, and there's nothing wrong with being alone. I think sometimes it's best to be alone because it gives you a peace of mind. You don't have a lot of distractions. I'm not saying not to just, be a monk, right? You can still talk to girls, you can go out, you can date and this and that, but just don't take it serious, right? Just always, because like I say, if you can wait and be patient, ultimately once you become that medical doctor or that engineer or that whatever it is you want to do, that business person, you're gonna realize that everything else is gonna open up to you, right? I mean, aren't you? For me, for example, like I used to go out and I'll go to the clubs and trying to meet girls, and every time there's always rejection after rejection. Now, imagine when you are in your late 30s, you're that cardiologist, that heart doctor, you're making I don't know, 300, $400,000 a year, right? And do you? I mean, how hard would it be to get a girl when you have that kind of value? You know what I mean? Yes, you still have to put in work, but imagine if, let's say, you go to one of those sites, those dating sites, and you put your profile that you're a doctor. Do you know how many girls will be lined up just to try to get with you? You know, so um, everything is in order, but you got to be willing to be patient, and you got to be willing to be surprised. And for me, it was hard for me to do this. I'm grateful. I don't have no kids. I don't have no trauma. I don't have no girlfriend. Part of the reason was not having a girlfriend was, like I said, I got rejected so many times by women because of the way I looked. And I was the kind of person that I'm not going to spend money on, trying to wear the nice clothes and stuff. That it just didn't make any sense to me. My mindset is you either like me for who I am, and if you don't, oh well, I'll stay alone. So my advice to guys is just to um, be patient. Learn to delay gratification. Learn to see how things will turn out long term, because none of us know what tomorrow brings. Nobody knows what tomorrow brings, right? But if you can be patient, the better part of your life, the later part of your life, will be much, much better than you can even think or imagine. And the only what also another reason is this too also about being patient, not getting involved in serious relationship, is because you get wisdom. See, when you're young, you don't make a lot of mistakes, right? Because I mean, yes, you make a lot of mistakes when you're young, and as you get older, you get wiser, right? You get more wisdom. You don't make the same mistake. You don't do the same things because in your younger years you did it and you felt pain, right? So as you got older, realize the nature of a woman. You realize the nature of how this world works, and you basically, your mindset is different. Like, I'm in my late 30s right now, and I still haven't achieved my goals. I'm still working on it. Um, but basically, what I'm trying to say is your mindset is my mindset today is not the same mindset it was when I was in my 20s, right? It's totally different. I see things different now. I realize that in this life, nothing worthwhile is easy. Everything takes time. Everything takes a lot of patience, and you're not gonna get it right the first time around. So I just want to share that with you guys today, just to let you guys know um, the rewards comes later. The fancy cars, the nice house, the private jets, the beautiful hot girl, right? All that comes later once you reach your goal. Don't be spending your money on nice cars and shooting it. All that stuff should be going into your business or whatever your investment, yourself, education, putting it back in you, right? All that stuff comes later. So that's my message for today. Y'all have a good day.